Salutations, drones. Many of you think that doing yoga is weird or sissy-like. It is not. Even if you already practice exercise, diet, and meditation, and especially if you do not, yoga can be beneficial to help with stress. Watching experts do it makes it appear easy, but first-timers can easily get themselves into a position that results in sweating and heart racing. Here, if you miss the lessons involving Ron Paul, Joe Rogan, or Brad Pitt, please click the corresponding links. Otherwise, hold for just a moment and we'll start the next lesson. Adam Carolla has spent decades building his life by his own terms. By many measures he has been extremely successful. He has recently come under fire for things he has said about Occupy Wall Street. Let's analyze it.
People are so far out of it and what they expect and what they think realistic is and what the set of rules that pertains to them versus the other guys. Self-entitled pricks who think the world owes them a living. And now we're getting the first wave of these douchebags. Society, we are creating a group of self-entitled monsters. We're now dealing with the first wave of participation trophy, my own fecal matter doesn't stink, empowered, I feel so fucking good about myself. Everybody's a winner. There's no losers. We are dealing with the first wave of those fucking assholes. There's something that's come up in this country that didn't used to exist, which is envy. And it's a big issue. Like, instead of looking in the mirror and go, why the fuck am I not doing better? You just find some guys got more shit than you and go, hey man, what do you need all that shit for? It's the same version of, hey man, what do you need an MVP trophy for? Because I bust my ass. That's why. It's envy and shame, and there's going to be a lot more of it. Actually, it doesn't make sense. Obviously, it's not a rational thought. It's shame. They're feeling shame. They've been shamed by life because they haven't been prepared for life. They've been told, they've been had so much smoke blown up their fucking collective asses by the time they get out in the real world and then realize the real world doesn't give a fuck where you're from or what your mommy said you were. You should feel good about yourself because of your accomplishments. Not because somebody yelled at you to feel good about yourself and you got a fucking fake piece of plastic that was sprayed gold and had your name on a plaque on the bottom of it. And there's two things you can do with shame. You can be shamed and go, I better get my shit together. Or you can be shamed and go, I'm going to tear that guy's shit down. And that's where we're at now. When you feel shame, get your shit together. Leave my shit alone.
It is best to not experience envy, especially if it causes you to act in an irrational manner. If you cannot help but feel envy, what you can do is use it to motivate you to improve any aspects of your reality you feel are lacking.
Upon a time, there was everywhere and nowhere, everything and nothing, just pure consciousness, experiencing being conscious. After an indeterminable amount of time, simply experiencing being conscious became a little monotonous. So consciousness decided it would be nice to have a conversation about being conscious. Consciousness divided itself in two. And although both parts were aware they were one, discussed the experience of being conscious. Now, the conversation was captivating for a while, but inevitably it became a little cyclic and dull.
Hey, let's play a game. Let's pretend that being over there is more important than being over here.
So they did. They spent time moving back and forth, despite already being everywhere and nowhere at once. The mental exercise, suspending disbelief and discussing whether or not they were where they were, was thrilling, for a time. But, as before, it got repetitive and predictable. I know, said the other.
Let's say that if I get over there before you, I win. That's great! That's great! Let's do it! Oh man, that's awesome!
So they did. They raced back and forth and took turns at winning, and they congratulated each other, and the game was exciting and interesting, and time flew by. They divided and split and multiplied over and over, mitosis and cytokinesis, increasing the odds and making the race more and more exciting, but eventually even that became a little dull.
Okay, now let's make it so that if I get over there before you, I really win, and it means I'm better than you are.
That's just silly, man. I am you.
Oh, yeah! Wait. I know. If you lose, you die.
They laughed for an eternity, and then...
Okay, here's a goodie. Let's say that if you lose, you forget that you are me.
Ooh, yeah!
And so the game took a fascinating turn, and we've been playing it ever since. When you finally remember who you are, when you know that we are all one, this game ends, and we can begin a new adventure. Now, before you start sending me silly emails about New Age philosophy and blaspheming and all that sort of thing, remember it's just a story. It's just a way of looking at things. I choose to believe that I'm here to have a particular experience, whatever that experience might be. And as an old friend of mine used to say, it's always best to choose the perspective that makes you feel better. It usually means you're floating downstream. Now, the alternative to that is to live your life in fear and as a victim of circumstance. I choose to believe that I created all of this. We created all of this in order to have experience. Again, it just makes me feel better. Perhaps you'd like to relate that story to your kids. Considering they still have imaginations and the ability to create something powerful for themselves, it might be a more empowering story than some of the dross that they're being fed at school. Thanks for listening.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.